To say it's been a crazy morning is an understatement. How's it looking? Well, today we're starting on the cladding finally.
Oh,
how's
it
going?
Sorry, yeah. Yeah, it's going really well. It's really fiddly. So far, so good. I mean, once this curve, or once the wheel arch is done, everything else, but just like a slight bend on the ends to feed it around the side, it should be quite straightforward, I think. So when we bought the van, we did have ply lining already on here, so which we could have used as templates for doing the cladding, at least on the wall there, but they're at my mum's, which is an hour or so out of the way, so we're going to try and freestyle it. So to clad the walls, we want to keep it as light as possible, so we're going to go for this 8mm pine tongue and groove, which is, as you can see, so it's nice and thin. It allows us to curve it and bend it around the wall, but it is very flimsy. We've only got 20 pieces at the moment. That'll probably do one side. It's really good. We picked it up from Wickes. It's only, I think, £10 a pack. Was it 5 sheets per pack? So yeah, so far so good. We've got the 8mm cladding. I can't remember if I said what we're going to do is varnish the back of each piece, just so if there's any moisture or any water or anything gets behind, it doesn't get soaked into the wood, just to give a little bit of extra protection there.
We've been making really good headway on the cladding. It is starting to look really good. As we mentioned, we don't have the plywood wall templates, which we thought would be a pain, but has actually worked out better because we've just created our own templates with some paper, or Ben has, and they've worked absolutely perfectly. So as you can see, it's cut really nicely around the hinges, which is looking really nice. I've just put some red tape to mark where the vertical battens are going to be, because once we start stacking up, it's just nice to keep an idea of where they are from when we brought the furniture out. I've been looking forward to getting the cladding done probably since we got the van, so it feels amazing to like just be able to see kind of partly how it's going to look. It's awesome. We think we underestimated how many battens we need for this wall, so Ben is just knocking some out now. We're just going to add a couple more on there, just to help the cladding from rattling.
Hello. Perforates the back of the...
So when we've come to do the cladding kind of up against the back of the van, rather than have it all uneven, I mean, we've got it uneven down here. Well, it's not uneven, it's just following like the curve of the van, but up here we wanted to make it look a little bit smarter. We've decided to go for just a really cheap white plastic trim, which sounds really bad, but we're going to be doing our walls in like a whitewash, so we wanted something to match rather than like a wood coloured trim. So we just picked these up from, where was it, Wickes?
Wickes.
It was Wickes, yeah, and they were like £3. So this is 15mm trim on 8mm cladding, and it fits in perfectly. So yeah, we're really happy with that. To say it's been a crazy morning is an understatement. Let me start with yesterday. So yesterday we managed to finish pretty much the cladding on one wall of the van. So this is what it looks like. We're so happy with how it turned out, and we're really excited to get started on this big wall when we realised that we actually want to build out our bulkhead for the kitchen. So before we put the cladding on, we want to have at least a batten in place that we can put the cladding up against. Now this also meant building out the shelf for our headliner. So today we have spent the morning trying to figure out how to build a shelf into a carpeted recess that shouldn't really have a shelf. And to say it's been complicated has been an understatement. I haven't been able to film any of the process because we've really just been kind of going back and forth, templates, then templates on templates, and then cutting plywood, and it's been a bit hectic and it's really complicated doing this headliner shelf for us anyway. But I think we're pretty much there, and we're going to carpet it and then see how it looks. So this is some leftover carpet from when we did around the doors of the van, and it should be enough to carpet the new headliner shelf. This is the beast that's been causing us so much trouble this morning. Truth, how's it looking?
Yeah, it's actually looking
fairly good.
It's a slightly different colour to the carpet that's already in the headliner, but I don't really mind about that.
okay. What is the next step? So now the next step is I need to fix the brackets in here, but I think to do it I'm going to have to go in that side. Yes, that needs to go there like that. Okay. Right. Please may I have bracket number 1.
Can I have the pot?
So, there we go. Sorry babe, I'm going to need your help for a bit.
Okay. So the shelf has gone in successfully, which is good. Now we just need to start getting the battens here for what will be the bulkhead and the kitchen area, so we can then start cladding onto this wall. So it's the next day and we've definitely recovered from the stress of the headliner yesterday, and we're ready to batten out the bulkhead. So we've just figured out where we're going to have our worktop come up to, because we're going to have a hatch and open space here, just let some light in, and yeah. So it's going to come up to there. There he is.
Hello. No. Is that 41? Is that the right one?
Yep. I scribbled out the other one.
Okay.
Just getting these bottom ones in now, and then we'll put how many in the middle? 3?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah. So we almost got the battening finished on Friday. We actually had to leave to go and meet up with some friends, so we kind of like didn't have a chance to finish the video and just kind of packed everything away really quickly. But this is where we got with battening the bulkhead out. It's pretty much done. We're going to maybe add a couple of bits down here, but for the most part we can now get the cladding started on this side, which was the main thing. Added some battenings around here, and yeah, what we're going to do is add plywood on top of this, but we'll do that at a later date. But that means that for now we can get on with the cladding of this wall, which is awesome. So I'll leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, we are vlogging and filming all of the van build like every week, what we get up to. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.